Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking to us about something I think is a problem, why we don't get shortlisted. Okay, so many of us have made a number of applications and you don't get shortlisted. So there are reasons why that may be the case. Okay, why I may not have all the reasons, but I'm going to provide what I think is likely to be the main reasons why you are not getting shortlisted. Before I continue, my name is Dr. Emmanuel Obodo. I'm a biomedical scientist and I'm also a lecturer in biomedical science here in the United Kingdom. Okay, now there is something that I would like to start with. First of all, I want to acknowledge the challenges, current challenges in terms of maybe a number of policies, or maybe because of the influx and many people who are now looking for biomedical scientist job. That may have affected the rate at which people are getting shortlisted or getting job, and as the case may be. Okay, so maybe the market is more competitive. I understand that, but in the midst of this competition, okay, there are few things that you need to take care of if you really want to be shortlisted. Therefore, these are some points I think might be contributing in the reason why someone may not be shortlisted for an interview, irrespective of many applications that the person may have made. Okay, so now let's take it one after the other. Number one, work experience. So in most cases, when we write our work experiences, we write it not based on what is obtainable in the United Kingdom or based on what is obtainable in that country where you are making that application. If you make your application experience or your work experience to reflect only based on what you do, like based on what is obtainable in the country of your residence or in the country where you have had an experience, that may affect that application. When you are writing your work experience, you need to be showing what is obtainable in that place where you want to apply, not what is obtainable in where you have worked or your experience. So that is one of the problems. Number two, supporting information. When we don't have good supporting information, it can also affect it. For example, your supporting information, you might be writing something that is too generic, okay, something that is not even specific to something that does not demonstrate your in-depth knowledge about the pathology laboratory, especially your in-depth knowledge about that area or specialty you are making that application. That may affect your chances of being shortlisted, and this is why people in most cases as well are not being shortlisted. So your supporting information play a major role. What will be my recommendation? Make sure that you have effective supporting information. Ask questions, find the best way you can set that up very well, including your working experience, and that way it will help to stop you being rejected irrespective of how many times you make application. Another reason why people are not being shortlisted is because they are not providing answers. The question that is being asked. Because when you make application, they ask questions. So one of the reasons why people are not being shortlisted is because they are providing wrong answers. Some of us, when we make application and they ask us questions, the question may appear simple, and then we go and answer it in a generic way, and that will demonstrate that you don't have in-depth knowledge or you don't have hands-on experience in the United Kingdom, and that may affect your chances of being shortlisted. Let me give you an example. Let's say they ask you something like, what makes you think you are a good team player? Or they could say, can you demonstrate to us with examples how you have acted as a good team player in the past? That may sound so simple, but you need to really know what is required, and you need to answer that question very well. And of course, you also need to use example in answering that question. If you don't do that, it may affect that application. Now, why did I say that? So when they ask you questions during your application, if you are not giving answers that are consistent with the question or what is expected for that position, you may not be shortlisted. So this is also one of the reasons why someone is not being, or people are not being shortlisted for interview. Okay, another thing is that when you make application, don't claim to be multidisciplinary trained, except if that is the position they are advertising for. In most cases, the position is going to be, we need a specialist biomedical scientist, or we need a biomedical scientist in, they may say, micro or histo or hematology, as the case may be. Because they have said that, make sure that your experiences, everything you are going to write, will not be multidisciplinary, okay? You could say that if you have many experiences, but your current experiences or your recent 2 or 3 current experiences, try to make it, to restrict it to that area of specialty you are making that application, obviously with adequate information that can demonstrate that you have a good experience in that area. That way will avoid you not being shortlisted. It will help to increase your chances of being shortlisted. So this is what you need to also do, and this is why people are not being shortlisted. People are not being shortlisted because in most cases they talk as though they are multidisciplinary trained biomedical scientists, while they are looking for someone who have areas of specialty. Okay, now another point is this: when we do our application in a hurry, you are not spending time to give detailed information that can enhance or support your application. That way you may not be shortlisted. So when people don't pay enough attention, when people don't give detailed information, when people don't spend time in their application, they are more in a hurry to make application, to say they've made 100 applications. That may not support that application. Make sure you spend time when you make application. So this is also the reason why some people are not getting shortlisted. Okay. Another reason is that when there's no any indication of any training, no any indication of CPD, no any indication to suggest that you are keeping up to date to what is going on in biomedical scientists, as a profession. That, of course, may also, affect you, and that is also one of the reasons why people are not being shortlisted for interview. Another reason why, which in some cases you can't do anything about it, is when you are not able to attend, interview face to face. For example, someone may not be invited for interview, not because your application is not good. It could be because the area of your residence or your place of residence is not the area where that application or that position is required. Let me give you an example. Maybe you are in Philippines, or maybe you are in another country. You are not in the UK, or you are not in Canada, or you are not in US. If you make application outside that country, they may give you opportunity, they may not give you opportunity. So if they want face to face, they may not give you that opportunity because they want someone who can be able to attend. And in most cases, because they cannot pay for your flight or they cannot pay for your visa application to be able to attend for that interview, because they cannot do that, that may then make them not to shortlisted for interview. So if you are not within the country where you are looking for a job, if you are not being shortlisted, it may not be because your application is not good, especially if you have done this thing I've said so far, okay? It may be because you are not in that country and they want someone who can attend face to face. So that may affect it. I would like you to reflect on what I've said and think about it and see how you can improve on that. My own suggestion would be, find out the area of your weakness, find out someone who can help you to make sure that when you make application, they are very strong, and that way compelling the panel to shortlist you for an interview. I hope that has helped. Please, can I ask you to like, share, and subscribe? Thank you very much till I come back your way again. Bye-bye.